Did you know people on a standard Western diet or a high meat diet can produce the same amount of ammonia in the bowel as what's in 1,000 gallons of Windex? Well, what's that got to do with date sugar? Stay tuned to find out more.
Hey guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at highcarbhealth, and also click on the green H so you get to see exactly what I eat and what I get up to every single day. Don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also please make sure you hit the bell icon so that you get all our notifications for our video uploads.
Hey guys, this is a video that we've had a huge amount of requests for. A lot of people asking us, well, you guys eat so many dates, what's so good about them? Are there any benefits for the gut, for colon health? Well, yes, actually, there are. And what we're going to do today is find out about all about dates and their benefits for the colon and what they are. But first of all, I just wanted to see how you guys are doing, with all the coronavirus stuff going on and our social distancing. Well, how's everything going? How's your social life? My social life's going great. I've had so many dates today. And well, it gets a little bit tricky sometimes, you got to keep a little bit of distance between people, and can't catch up with friends, can't socialize with people, can't go out with dates. Well, this lady had a really good solution. As you can see, she hadn't had a date in a while, so she went to the grocery store and got some. I'll stop it, shook all the dad jokes. Oh man, shocking effort. Anyway, let's get on to some serious stuff. Let's talk about what we're going to cover in this video. So today we're going to be talking about dates, and first of all, what is a date? Not many people know what a date is, so we'll just quickly touch on that, and also we'll go into some nutritional information. A lot of people don't know exactly the benefits nutritionally of dates, so just touch on that slightly, and then we'll get into the important stuff. We're going to talk about how dates have an impact on the health of the colon. So first of all, what is a date? A date is a stone fruit. Surprise, surprise. We all know stone fruits, something that has a stone or a pit in the middle and then surrounded by a fleshy fruit. Dates are obviously a little bit different because of the heat that they're grown in. They're much drier than most, and they last a lot longer. You can keep dates on the shelf for months on end and in the freezer for up to a year. So it's a pretty amazing and versatile fruit, and especially during times where food is scarce. If you have a lot of dates in the house, you're always going to have ripe fruit around. And the other thing that I found interesting while researching this topic was that dates date back to around about 50 million years. So they're a very old fruit, and I believe they've been a big part of the human diet for a very long time, especially when you look at people in the Middle East, where people have lived in that part of the world for thousands and thousands of years. Dates, I'm sure, played a big role in the diet of our ancestors. So nutrition-wise, dates are very important fruit, especially for people who need to get more calories into their diet. People who've got IBD, generally low in weight, and needing to bump up their caloric intake, and dates are a very good option for that. Just put 2 to 3 to 4 dates into your smoothie, and straight away you've got about 100 to 250 calories extra in your smoothie, just like that. So a really good way to bump up calories, and they're delicious as well. They taste so good, they're sweet. But in terms of what they've got in them, let's look at some of the nutritional information. What we're looking at here, just a simple breakdown of 4 medjool dates, approximately 100 grams, and you got 277 calories, 75 grams of carbohydrates, 7 grams of fiber. Now, fiber, obviously, we know is such an important thing for our gut microbiome. So the fact that dates have a lot of fiber in them is a very good thing, and as we'll find out later on in the video as well. 2 grams of protein and basically no fat. Now, when it comes to the digestion, having something that's low in fat will obviously make it easier to digest. Something that's higher in fat, it needs more effort from the digestive system. It needs more bile to be produced, and therefore you're going to need a lot more effort and time to digest that food. So the lower fat you keep your diet when you're trying to heal yourself, and if you're looking at your digestive health, it's a really important thing to know, and obviously dates fit that bill really well. Moving on to some more of the nutritional information, dates are power-packed full of nutrition, and this is a really good thing. Let's look at the nutritional content of 100 grams of date, and I'm just going to look at 4 key nutrients. So 20% of the daily value of potassium, which is a key mineral and electrolyte involved in a lot of different processes, including producing a healthy nervous system. So really cool that they've got a lot of potassium in them for our health. 15% of your daily value of manganese, and this is a trace element that plays a role in the healthy brain and nervous system. So again, you can see there's a lot of good minerals, mineral content in dates. The next thing that dates have in them is magnesium. Now magnesium, and we see a lot of people talking about magnesium when it comes to IBD and trying to take magnesium supplements and all that kind of stuff. We're not fans of supplements. Get your nutrition from whole food, and dates have a good amount of magnesium. For example, just 4 dates is going to give you 14% of your daily magnesium requirement. And magnesium plays a big role in bone formation, maintenance, and also part of 300 different reactions within the body. So when you're looking at dates, it's really important to consider that too. And it's good in B vitamins too. Like, it will give you 14% of your daily B6 content. Now, B6 is a water-soluble vitamin that works behind the scenes as a coenzyme in many important reactions within your body, including protein metabolism and red blood cell formation. So, you know, dates are very, very nutrient dense and an amazing food for your body. So let's get into the important stuff, and the reason why you're here is because you want to know whether dates have a benefit for the colon. Well, the answer is yes. So let's dig deep into the research around dates and find out exactly what it says. Now, looking at this study here, researchers studied the impact of dates on our good gut flora and colon cancer cell proliferation. Now, most of us will know that our gut harbors about 10,000 billion microorganisms. It's considered the most metabolically active area in our body. And lots of crazy stuff's happening down there. One of the things we need to know is that we reward the good bacteria in our gut by feeding them prebiotics. And these include fiber and polyphenols, which is a class of antioxidant phytonutrient. Dates have high levels of both of these. So in this study, they blended up dates with some gut flora. You know, like a green smoothie, but not really, kind of like a brown smoothie. Ooh, not the best image there, but important to try and find out the anti-cancer benefits of dates. Both the date extract and date polyphenols were able to significantly increase the growth of beneficial bacteria. And that's amazing, because what do we want? We want a beneficial microbiome. So obviously, in eating foods such as dates, which have high fiber content and high antioxidant or polyphenol content, is going to help us achieve that. So after they looked at the good bacteria, they assessed the ability of the mixtures to have an impact on colon cancer cells. What happened then? Amazingly, even just the polyphenol fraction cut cancer cell growth by more than half, and the whole date extract nearly blocked cancer cell growth completely. And what this suggests is that the consumption of date fruits may enhance colon health by increasing beneficial bacteria growth and inhibiting the proliferation of the growth of cancer cells. That's incredible. Go dates! Now, the study with the date and fecal mixture didn't look at what happens in the actual colon. So we didn't really know how dates would affect the colon. But we do have a study that shows that. So let's have a look at this study here, which is a randomized controlled crossover human intervention study. Now that's a mouthful. In this study, volunteers were randomized to either a control group or 7 dates a day for 3 weeks. What did they find? The results of the study were amazing. What they found was that there were significant reductions in stool ammonia concentration and also reductions in genotoxicity. Now this is something really important to understand. Furthermore, date intake significantly reduced genotoxicity in human fecal water. What the heck is that? A water extract of the feces from someone eating 7 dates a day causes significantly less genotoxicity, meaning is significantly less DNA damaging, which is good because that's what's coating the insides of our colons. Now hold on a second, there's ammonia produced in our gut. How does that happen? Well, it begins through a process called putrefaction. Now, when animal proteins aren't fully digested or absorbed in our small intestines, for example, if you look at egg whites, 5 to 35% of those animal proteins aren't fully digested in our intestinal tract. and therefore the undigested animal protein enters the colon and therefore begins a process called putrefaction. Now, when animal protein putrefies in the gut, it leads to the production of a gas called hydrogen sulfide. Now, apart from the horrible smell, like that rotten egg smell that you get in the bowel, hydrogen sulfide can also increase cancer risk. But the byproduct of that is also that there's ammonia produced in the gut. Now, because of the putrefying protein, over the course of someone's lifetime, someone on a standard Western diet, the bacteria in their gut will release the same amount of ammonia as there exists in 1,000 gallons of Windex. Now that's pretty amazing. I could not believe that when I read that research. So what does all that ammonia do? Well, according to this study, at concentrations found day to day inside the colon on usual Western diets, ammonia destroys cells, alters DNA synthesis, increases cellular proliferation, may increase virus infections, favors the growth of cancerous cells, and evidently increases virus infections for a second time, especially important in today's environment. Interestingly, it is the product of protein and fat digestion that is to blame here. And so much so that you can double the amount of ammonia concentration in the colon in the diet of someone who eats a lot of meat. Now, the most amazing thing about this research is that by putting someone on a plant-based diet for just 1 week, the enzyme activity that leads to the ammonia production drops like a rock. The most interesting thing about this research when they looked at the African population is that the impact of colon cancer, or the amount of colon cancer, has very little to do with the amount of fiber in someone's diet, but all to do with the amount of animal protein that someone has. So in these African populations, what they found was that even as they moved away from their traditional whole food diet to a still plant-based diet with less fiber because of the amount of processed foods that they were consuming, there was still hardly any colon cancer in these populations. Where you compare that to the Western population who eats a high meat diet, and voila, colon cancer is one of the leading cancers in our society. So it's not, obviously, you want to make sure you maximize your fiber content by eating whole foods. But when it comes to colon cancer, you really want to get rid of animal protein from your diet, because that is the main thing. And obviously, when you look at dates as a food, high in fiber, high in antioxidants such as polyphenols, and they are going to give you the benefits. So let's just do a quick recap, okay? So dates, hugely beneficial. They're packed full of nutrition. They have major benefits for gut bacteria and microbiome, feeding the good bacteria. The polyphenol content, the fiber content was seen to be very beneficial for improving the bacterial flora in our gut. But more than that, it helps with colon cancer, as we saw in laboratory tests where when you took the polyphenols out of dates, you cut the cancer growth in half. When you put the whole date extract, you cut cancer growth altogether. So hugely beneficial, guys, for colon cancer. This is why Shamiz and I eat so many dates, because not only are they beneficial overall, they help reduce colon cancer risk, and they're healthy, they're tasty, they're packed full of nutrition. What's not to like? So guys, enjoy your dates. Don't feel like you have to reduce your consumption of dates because they're too calorically dense or there's too much sugar in them. That's all for a different video, but sugar is not the major issue, especially when it comes from fruit. And enjoy the dates because of all the benefits they provide, as I've explained to you in this video. If you have any questions about this video, guys, please leave a comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, click on that subscribe button and the little bell notification that gives you regular updates of all our uploads. And remember, eat plants and lots of them. See you next time.
Give this video a thumbs up if you know what it's like to have colitis. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. This channel is about helping people who suffer from colitis. Drop me a comment below about your colitis experience and go to my website High Carb Health for more info and a free 30-minute consultation. And don't forget, there most certainly is a life after colitis.